Look, if I can't prove this guy's cheating, I'll eat my shorts. Crotch first? Yeah, crotch first. I'm kidding. Obviously, the guy's cheating or else we wouldn't have a video today. So without further ado, let's get right into that video, shall we? Hey YouTube, hope everybody had a wonderful Thanksgiving weekend. I'm Hoppa, and on today's video, we're revisiting the supposed Rebirth Trio's world record gameplay of none other than Miss Purple, GrizzleePoohBear, and Bonk2X. If you recall, we did a video on the world record gameplay in which Miss Purple was exposed for having a 65% plus headshot ratio, as she dropped 25 kills, and that's exactly the amount the GrizzleePoohBear got as well. So today, it's GrizzleePoohBear's turn on Hoppa's hot seat. Let's get right into it, shall we?
Hit that mom!
If she didn't have kids? Oh, you best believe I'd throw hands.
Fuck that, hit her in front of the kid.
No.
Traumatize them both.
One of the reasons this video took so long to make was simply because although his gameplay was rather suspicious, I just really couldn't find anything that I could present to you, as concrete evidence of him actually cheating. In fact, I kept finding myself coming up with explanations for why this was legit gameplay rather than being able to isolate, any instance of an aimbot or confirm that aimbot mechanics were in play. Now, it was, however, until I decided to free up some space on my PC, and for whatever reason, I felt motivated to watch the footage from GrizzleePoohBear's perspective one more time. Now, I don't know if it was the 8 cups of coffee I had this morning, or maybe the allergy season's finally coming to a close. My eyes are finally able to pick up on this piece of evidence that I can finally share with you guys and confidently say, he fucked up. As for his methods, like what components of the software he's using, what are his settings, I can tell you he's using 2 different aim profiles here. So imagine having a foot pedal with 2 pedals on it. Heck, I've even seen pedal setups with 4 or 5 pedals on them. Just like streamers are going to use the F19 and F20 keys that don't exist on your physical keyboard, or hotkeys macro to those foot pedals to toggle, mute and deafen for their Discord voice chat while they're streaming. Cheaters will use those same hotkeys macro to the same foot pedals and then assign the F19, F20 keys to the different configuration profiles within their cheat software. An example, one pedal toggles a really low FOV silent aim, with the aiming point being chest or upper neck of the enemy, and that would be most typically used with their AR and SMG setups. But the other profile aim point is the head, allowing them to pull off those 6 snipes out of the air they keep hitting. Now you may be saying, Hoppa, but Hoppa, look man, some of those snipes didn't even hit headies. And you'd be right, but what you must understand about certain providers' aimbot software is that it isn't calibrated to hit dead center. If the enemy is exceeding the speed that say they would be if they were just running, take for example artificial aiming in their aimbot configuration, it's completely manual. Now, out of the box in its default settings, they're decent enough, but if you're trying to hit 150 meter headshot snipes, you're pissing in the wind trying to do that with the default setting. You'd need to tweak those configurations, but the problem with that is every time that they nerf or buff a weapon, any kind of weapon balance, you need to find the new values for the bullet speed, the bullet drop, and etc. Now, some providers do this automatically, such as engine owning, but those that update the values automatically, some do them very poorly, such as artificial aiming. Now, some providers that do this automatic update to the weapon values, such as engine owning does, some of them do those automatically for you, but you may actually need to go in there and further tailor them for your playstyle if you're a sniper or whatnot, because honestly, they update them very poorly. They get them on the ballpark, but the rest is on you. Also, when you're using cheats from a provider that doesn't offer native support for a controller, you're most likely going to have a bit of input lag due to the fact that you're using a remapping program, and that's going to contribute to you missing a couple of your shots too. Alright, well I just want to start out here guys by first highlighting a couple of things that made me raise my eyebrows. Like first, check out his centering on this play right here. I mean, that's not pro level centering. Now check out this next part. Am I the only one that saw that? Let's go back and watch that in slow-mo real quick. ADS is boom, snaps off, boom, snaps right back. Is that how aim assist works? Can we get J-God to do a demo video on how this is totally legit? Oh, he's only got 1,400 followers. Yeah, J-God's not gonna stick up for this guy no matter if he's legit or not. Newsflash, he's not. Now, this next part I put on here, not because of the first initial contact, the snipe, it's the kill after that. Now, you can see the guy's lagging, the guy's getting hit markers, and he's several meters away from the guy, he's still getting hit markers. And if you remember, Bad Boy Beeman did a similar instance on this a few months ago when Z-Laner locked onto a laggy player.
Holy shit, his face lagging up the storm, I got all of them.
I think this is the opposite reaction when somebody's using silent aim. Let me know down in the comments if you agree with that. And then another thing, this guy's movements, like, I mean, I'm sorry, it's dog water. Now, this is the clip that initially, for me, is what sold me on it. Now, if you don't know anything about the way somebody would toggle, for me, on keyboard and mouse, it's a little bit different, but essentially, my thumb button on my mouse is the toggle mechanism. Just as this guy's foot pedal is going to be his toggle mechanism. And if you can imagine the sequence of events that has to happen is ADS, you have to get the crosshair relatively close, then you have to toggle, which makes it look somewhat like a drag scope, and then you fire, and then you've got to let off of it. Or else, the snap, the stick, it's all going to be prevalent, it's all going to show. What I think happened here, and the reason he un-ADS'd, is when we slow it down, you're going to see it literally starts to pull. And one of the things about using an aimbot is when you toggle or when you feel that aimbot mechanism kicking in, that's just the thing, you could actually feel it. Kind of like you can feel aim assist. This is just a lot stronger feeling, and I think he realized, oh no, I accidentally toggled before I, was close enough or before I was fully ADS. This is going to look super sus. And being out of rhythm like that, you can actually feel that, so if you're trying to look legit, you're going to let go of that other than just zooming straight in and knocking him on the noggin. That would look totally sus on a player flying in if you were just to straight quick scope him at max speed, right? Perfect mechanical tracking to the aim point. The most talented thing he did there was time the shot. Time it before so it sticked and it rode his face for a few frames. Beautiful. Now this last clip I'm going to show you guys here definitely highlights what they consider to be the aim priority. Now if you don't know what aim priority is, it's what is your target that you're going to be locking on, or is the aimbot mechanism going to be reacting to? Is it going to be whatever target is closest to your crosshair within your FOV circle, or is it going to be within your FOV circle which enemy or target is closest to you? Then some of the premium providers you can find out there actually have a smart lock, which happens to include, a threat level based off if the enemy's aiming at you, whether they're closest to you or closest to your crosshair, to determine which enemy it's going to aim at. But what I think he's got is closest enemy, which makes sense. He's running around with a SMG, and he's not using that aim profile for his sniper rifle, so it makes sense it'd be the closest to enemy. You don't want your MAC-10 locking onto somebody 50 meters behind the guy that's 15 meters in front of you. That's a dead giveaway right there. But what gave it away here is you see locked onto the person closest to him, within his FOV, and then that person went out of visibility check, and he ended up being locked onto the other person, and you can actually see the transfer within the aim. So if you see what happened there, The guy at the bottom of the stairs was the closest to him, ran by the other guy that was coming down the stairs, thus making that guy closest to him. And you see his aim did not follow the guy up the stairs. He didn't follow the guy up the stairs. His aim literally stopped on that guy. As that guy come back down, his aim started to track back down on that guy. Up to including a little snap as the player went down. He followed him through the search, which is... if it's that smooth, it's usually another telltale sign. I also wanted to add to the video that if you look at his Cod Tracker, which I'll link down in the description below, this guy plays every single day. He plays quite a lot, to be honest with you. With the exception of a day here or there, but you can see here from October all the way into November, the guy's been consistent every single day. He missed a day here, but one day in particular I want you to look at would be this day right here, which happens to be November 21st. And the reason I bring that up is because on November 21st, if you guys all know, Beeman uploaded a video, and we all know that video had to do with Golden Gun Cheats being served a cease and desist letter, thus shutting down their products, making everybody that was using their products go find another product. And you guys can do your own explanations and make your own conclusions, but I think his gameplay's fallen off a little bit there in the time after that. But he probably went over and just decided to go back to engine owning or artificial aiming or one of them other various cheat providers. Just thought I should throw that in there real quick for you guys. So we can safely say both MissPurpleTTV and GrizzleePoohBear are in fact cheating in their record gameplay videos. But that leaves one more teammate to examine. Bonk2X. Bonk dropped 43 kills and didn't die once. Let me know down in the comments what you think the odds of that guy being a cheater are. And with that, you've made it to another video. Guys, listen, if you liked the video, don't forget to like the video. If you dislike the video, make sure you dislike it. I'm the only one that's going to see that, but it helps me make better content for you guys. And if this content's right up your alley, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and ring the notification bell. That way YouTube lets you know every time I upload new content or go live. And if you want to support the channel further, click the blue join box down below. And I want to leave you with a quote from the late, great John Wooden. Be more concerned with your character than your reputation, because your character is what you really are, while your reputation is merely what others think about you. Roughly translated, kiss my ass if you don't like my reputation. Mahalo.